This one with your body hot so. You don't do test? Yes. See result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people. Na malaria. You need Luta. Luta na better medicine. We dey knack down malaria. Oya see am. Take am. Hey, thank you, Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe. Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Mainland.
Knowledge is power, information is key, and that is why we aim to unlock the doors of opinion, unveiling the stories that need to be told. Join Omobola Sandra and Sage Babalola on the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. as we invoke the thought-provoking discussion, tackle the tough questions, challenge assumption, and give a voice to the unheard. This is the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Welcome on board the Morning Express.
Good morning.
Morning Express continues here on Mainland 98.3 FM. I'm Sage Babalola, and it's time for us to have conversations with you. We've analyzed quite a number of stories, about 10 to 12 different stories, creating context around these stories. But then we realized that there are stories that are deserving of further conversations, giving you an opportunity to speak on these issues because they affect us in more ways that we even care to admit at this time. And so that is why we've decided to create an avenue for you to also speak on these issues as we raise them on radio. 2 stories have been selected. Fᴜᴜ will join us briefly as always to also give his opinion on the stories, and I'll be here to take your feedback. We call this segment of the Morning Express Mainland Focus, and just like the title depicts, we're focusing on 2 stories for this morning. We'll create multiple avenues through which you can reach us, and I would make this avenues known as we proceed with the conversation. We're still streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. Well, for this morning, we've decided to have a conversation around the back and forth that has happened between Peter Obi and also Felix Morka. I'm being very careful because I do not want to say that it is a problem with the parties per se. That's the political parties. I want to highlight the individuals that are directly involved in this tussle, and that's why I'm highlighting Mr. Felix Morka and also Mr. Peter Obi. As you know, Peter Obi did address the nation in a New Year broadcast, and in his broadcast he highlighted quite a number of things. He spoke about our political, economic and security situation in the country, the rising cost of inflation, the purchasing power of the average Nigerian being eroded, and just all of the indices that makes it difficult for us to progress as a nation. Of course, the Really Not Progressives Congress have retorted, or a member of the Really Not Progressives Congress have retorted in an interview on a television station, and some of his statements have been interpreted as a threat to Mr. Peter Obi, causing obedience from around the world to flood social media and say quite distasteful things about Mr. Felix Morka, I must say. Some even interpreted it as deep as a threat to Mr. Peter Obi's life. Mr. Peter Obi goes on further to say that we cannot continue like this to repress the voice of the people, where individuals are afraid to speak. We're pretty much starting to operate as some sort of authoritarian society because of this statement that has been made that is now being interpreted as a threat to his life. And so we're asking the question, what side do you think needs to show more restraint when it comes to talking about state of the nation? Should the ruling party show more restraint in their utterances or in the way that they address opposition, or is the opposition playing offensive? In what ways do you think that the ruling Progressives Congress should respond to all the statements by opposition, and is that not what is expected of an opposition? Also, being circumspect on utterances and being politically circumvent in the statements that we make? Do we think that it's about time both parties actually start to pay a lot of attention? We're also talking about the conversation around the benefits that would be given to our security chiefs, also top generals within the military, as high as $20,000 for medical aid, 2 vehicles, a retinue of individuals that be working for them, aides as well, amongst other things. And there are questions around, is this not too much to be given to these individuals? Although another side argues that they put their lives on the line for half of their lives. They sacrifice themselves, sacrifice time with their family just to keep us safe. We do not believe that this is too much. And then there's another argument, there's another side of the divide that says that, well, there should be equitable wealth distribution. What is the fate of lower officers? For example, look at the police stations, look at pensioners who still queue even in 2025 just to collect their benefits after working almost 30 years for the government. So what do you think about these benefits that are to be given to these top security officials, these top generals? Do you think that we might need to consider a downward review of these benefits and instead rechannel that money to take care of other issues that involves the lives of the average Nigerian? This is me summarizing what we expect from you this morning, but please, we understand the sensitivity of these matters, which is why I'm imploring your sense of objectivity. Speak to issues, not to personalities. Speak to the problem, highlight the problem, and highlight a solution you think we can start to consider to the problems. We would not be able to allow a conversation that becomes very toxic for radio just because you're passionate about the stories. Please, let's be respectful when we're addressing these two stories that have been raised. For our side, we'll talk very briefly, like I said before, and then I'll take your submission. Fouad, thank you very much for being on standby. Good morning again. Let's hear your perspective.
All right, thank you, Sage. Thank you so much for having me. On the first issue, I think it's just about restraints, really, and I think more of those restraints should come from the ruling APC. Too many people speaking for the party at the same time, and I think sometimes, probably we want to excuse the entire party because sometimes you have individuals who are just getting overzealous about some of these issues. Maybe when we get an official statement, but again, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, who is also the spokesperson of the president, has also addressed Peter Obi's statement, and he has said it and has also addressed it as being inciting. So if Mr. Moka is saying the same thing, probably would be a bit difficult for us to say it's not the official statement of the APC. But being as me, Sage, I think Mr. President needs to rein in his diet. As much as they want to go on the offensive or defensive, as the case may be, when it comes to this back and forth between the ruling party and the opposition, I think maybe the party and the presidency needs people who are a bit more mature, people who will be able to speak to the issues, people who understand what public speaking in the political sphere means, when it comes to addressing issues critically in a way that you can even begin to endear the people to your side. Because what we have now is not even helping the image of the presidency or even the APC. It's almost like, look, you are not tolerant of dissenting opinion. Whereas that is what we knew of them before they became the ruling party. I just told you, who would even forget the Alhaji Lai Mohammed and the things he did then in the opposition for them to have been able to win in 2015? So I just think that, look, more of these restraints we are talking about this morning should come from the APC and the ruling party. Because again, I have not seen, look, we've analyzed pretty much everything Mr. Peter Obi has said. I don't think there's been any time he has said anything that is even near inciting. Let us review what he said. His New Year message, the statements are there in the public space. So when we now get to the point where if any worker will come and tell us now that, look, he has crossed the red line and whatever he now gets, he gets. I don't know where that is coming from, really. So I just hope that the president would call these guys to tell them that, look, it's a democracy. Those are the things that make a democracy tick. It makes it interesting. In fact, my grandfather would tell me that, look, in the Second Republic and Third Republic, those were the things they enjoy in the democratic space, the banter, the back and forth. Awolowo Akintola, Azikiwe, Awolowo Saldana, and it came with some level of decorum. It was more banter. It was interesting to hear the campaign ground where you listen to words of wisdom. And we read books too. I have practically some of the quotes, the banter between Awolowo Akintola in my head, even I didn't live in the era. But what do you have now? People who just come now who are just political jobbers who want to mess up the entire political space for their own personal interest. There's even nothing interesting in what they say again. See, for us to even begin to gloss over and enjoy. So we hope that the individuals to understand that look, it's not a do or die affair, it's a democracy, and democracy is sweet when all opinions can count, when we can have decent conversation, not these toxic ones we are having now. And then to the military services, congratulations to them. This is huge. See, it is huge. This is huge. You know, like I told you, I already say like 3-4 times. I'm like, no, really? Maybe I'm in the wrong profession. I should have gone. I should have gone to the NDA.
What do you?
It's too late now.
It's no. I want. It's supposed to like just be at the office. You be giving command.
Well, at this age, you go take me again. Where would I start from?
You FᴜＧᴜ. Wow. FᴜＧᴜ.
But seriously, I think that look, there's a little problem with the timing, really, and there's also a problem with the fact that look, like the NMA is saying, why can't we even trust our medical facilities back home to the point where we're already creating the impression that look, their medical treatments after retirement should be gotten abroad. Why even the $20,000 conversation in the first place? You understand? And then the question again is this: what are we doing to the junior officers? How well are we taking care of them? Would this motivate or demotivate them? We need to ask ourselves that question. See, God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Fuad. We appreciate you. Well, let's open the phone lines now so we can take as many contributions as possible. Like I said, 2 stories is up for discuss this morning. Very, very sensitive issues, I should add. I can understand how passionate the bulk of you would be about these stories. I'm passionate about it too, because this, if you can look at it in a way, is something of a human angle story, because it affects all of us. It taps into the conversation around free speech in the country. Are you allowed to actually air your opinions without getting backlash from the center? Are you able to respectfully, being the operative word here, air your opinions without getting backlash? As Peter Obi is now, well, according to reports, the victim of threats, personal threats, as a result of his New Year message, where he highlighted the many problems that we had. Now, there's conversation around the interpretation of what Mr. Felix Morka had said. You are crossing the line, and what you get is what you get. What kind of interpretation would you give to that statement? Do you think that a statement like that can actually be interpreted to a threat to the safety of Mr. Peter Obi, and also the reaction of the obedience, especially on social media? Do you think that it is exaggerated? Do you think it is an expected reaction? And also, who do you think should show more restraint, the ruling party or the opposition? And what really does this say about your ability to question those at the helm of affairs without being afraid for yourself? These are the conversations that we're holding right now. What kind of response should we expect from the ruling party when someone calls them out on the things they believe they are not doing right? Mr. Peter Obi, in his New Year address, I should add, aside from addressing the problems, he went on further to talk about the many ways we can actually solve these problems. So it was a very broad conversation. He highlighted the problems, he highlighted the solution, but he got a response of, you're crossing the line, whatever you get, you get. What do you think about this whole situation? And with regards to the benefits that are now highlighted, or well, for the top generals in the military, some say it's too much, some say that this is not what we should be using money for, and some say that these individuals, they sacrifice their lives, sacrifice their safety, sacrifice their health, sacrifice time with their friends and their family just to protect the bulk of people that we have in the country. Nothing is too much for their service. But then there's also another conversation around what is made available for officers in lower ranks. I'm talking officers that are just, entry-level officers, so to speak, for lack of better words. What do they get? What happens to pensioners who serve the government for 30 years? Do they also have this kind of consideration? And also, why are you earmarking millions of dollars, right, or thousands of dollars, I'm sorry, that's a tad bit extreme, thousands of dollars, I think $20,000 for medical aid abroad? Do you not believe in our healthcare system here in the country? Why are you not pumping that money back into our own healthcare system here in Nigeria? Let retirees come and get medical treatment in Nigeria. Why are you paying that amount of money for them to go abroad for medical treatment? These are the conversations this morning. Again, I am pleading with you. I am pleading with you to stay on the focus. Please, let us make this a very educative conversation. Let's talk to the issue. Now is not the time to assassinate anyone's character. Now is not the time to use words that are considered unacceptable on radio. I would implore us to not become the things that we're complaining about. When you call, tell me your name, tell me where you're calling from, speak to the issue, and when it's time for you to round off your conversation, when we prompt you, kindly do so we can take other contributions as well. I'm taking my time to explain this so that we would not have a problem when we start to take contributions. The phone line is 091360000410. That's the number you call. For text message and WhatsApp is 091360000430. You can reach us via Facebook and YouTube as well, where we're streaming. 091 at Mainland 98.3 FM is how you reach us on our streaming platform. Forgive me, I had a brain freeze there. Let's take our first call for the morning. 2 minutes, please, and introduce yourself. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir. Yes.
My name is Raf, calling from Satellite Town.
Welcome. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, to me, honestly speaking, the way the country is going is not fair. What P2B said is just a normal, an advice, a solution. I don't need anyone to criticize him. But what the Rooney government is doing right now is just to silence everybody. That nobody will talk. Nobody, like, whether we are under captivity, I don't understand. When you did not talk, they say P2B should bring his ideas and give to the Mr. President so he can put at work. Now P2B has brought his idea. Let them accept it and move on. No. You're a ruling party, yet you are taking no positions. No position will bring settle the problem and then give solution to it. We can't do. Then the issue of army. There's nothing wrong in increasing the salary or giving them whatever they want. But what I'm saying all this is a state of where government, federal government controls every sector of this every sector in Nigeria. They're under their control. They're not doing it because they love Nigerians or because they love them. No. Also, there was an attack in Bonu 2 days ago. Has President said anything about it? No. Even the ones that killed were the ones that survived. No, but President has not given any statement about it. So why do you care? Go to control all your big organs so they can be in charge. You know? God bless you.
Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate your submission this morning. Thank you. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? All right, do make it back if you can. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, ma. How are you too?
I'm well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Peter Monster from Shomolu. The first question I want to ask, or observation I want to make is, for Malta, I will want to wait and hear what the presidency will say about that threat he offered to people. Honestly, because he might be speaking for himself. So I don't want to quickly tie it to the party, APC, or to the government until I hear what will be the government reaction. Whether the government will condemn such a speech or they will align themselves with it. That's when I will know. I want to pray for Tinubu's government that we shouldn't go the way of Sani Abacha. Because we can remember that it was because of things like this. People taking laws into their hands, becoming overzealous, and Tinubu was one of those who led this country because of that. So he should not repeat that kind of a thing, honestly speaking. And I want to also advise that, look, if we go only learn a little bit, there were governments all over the world, things, and the president all over that were doing this line, silencing everybody, making sure they play drop, they think they are God, they will not die. At the end of the day, today they are no more. So everybody will need this world, whether you are Moka, whether you are Peter Monster, whether you are Flat, one day we are leaving this world. But how will you leave this world? That's what we should think of. Today, as we are talking, I don't think Pharaoh in Egypt has a grave. And those is the commanders, his soldiers. Because when they perish inside that sea, I don't think they were brought out to be buried like the Osama bin Laden. Finally, on the military, for me, I don't know why they are rewarding these officers. Because last year, as we were closing the year, we were told that more than 10,000 Nigerians died in the army enclave or army, what do you call it now, detention. Are they paying them? Are they rewarding them for the death of Nigerians? Why is it that the children will go out to say no and they will be arrested? Nigerian youth will say, go out to say no, we don't like this, we are arrested. Now I'm to do as a position leader. Nigerians,
thank you, Mr. P.
Pray to God to help us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you for your insight. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, sure. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
This Madam.
Well,
this government, this APC people, what got them to power? Is it not the same criticism? They were criticizing PDP government. They were not even advising. So nobody is even advising them how to go about it. Once in a while, you see article will throw in what do you call it, solutions to some of this problem, that economic problem, because maybe Tinubu is his friend. Otherwise, in normal circumstances, you don't have any business to be giving anybody any solution to your problems. You said you will do it, we expect you to do it, but these people are coming out to save the country. Even though you are the president, you give that way, your staff will be attacking them. We are abusing people, this and that. And this is what we were doing in the PDP 2013 to 15 until you took power. Now they are doing it to you. You are not becoming tyrannical. It's not fair. Listen to people. Listen and take to corrections so that Nigeria will be free. What if you go today? What are the legacies we are going to see? No housing anywhere. Nothing. We are calling our former governor. Remind me. Said our former governor, Lagos State governor. Yes.
who are you? Who? Which one?
No, the old one, over almost 50 years ago. And it's my sister's neighbor at Lɪਧᴇ.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Jᴏɪᴜ.
Oh, okay.
Jᴏɪᴜ legacy is all over the place. Almost 50 years after he ruled this country. And you people are here fighting why are they attacking the business? Why are they attacking the business? They are attacking the business. They want to couple him because he's talking. Somebody has to talk. For God's sake. Somebody has to talk and talk to them and talk sense into them. Why are you terrorizing the guy? I'm not a Labour Party person, but let us be truthful. Your problem must be criticized because we're not doing well.
Thank you very much, Madam Ife. We appreciate you for your insight. Let's read messages. We have quite a few on Facebook. Notoe Temitope Michael says, I have said times with that number that if we don't kill corruption, corruption will kill the country. Okay. This is not necessarily what we're talking about today. Good morning, Sage and Farah. Well done. You guys are doing great. Over 2 years I came across the show. I don't necessarily listen to any political matter anymore, and I'm waiting for the Yoruba version of Trends in the Papers. We do have a Yoruba version of Trends in the Papers on Saturdays in the morning as well. We have that, so you can listen to the program on Saturday mornings if you're looking to listen to the Yoruba version of Trends in the Papers. We have Lukman Oladikukwa who says, greeting from Dakar, Senegal. For also not the focus of the day, but thank you very much. Please let's try to stay on track so that I can get the messages going. I'll try to answer phone calls so at least I'm able to simultaneously check for messages that are relevant to today's conversation. Let's go back to the phones. Hello, you're live. Go ahead, please. Hello. Yes, good morning to you.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Sanet. I'm calling from Kitty.
All right.
Concerning the military, retired military general, well, I cannot say they even deserve it, but amount involved considering the prevailing circumstances in Nigeria is much. And then it's an indictment where you continue to encourage people to travel abroad for medical reasons. It's an indictment that your medical facility here they are not up to task. That is that. Concerning Obi, what Obi said, I didn't say anything wrong with what Obi has said. It's just a summary of what Nigeria have been saying, that there is hardship in land. I just want to keep in this fact that I've learned something very tangible in this government. If you want to capture a state, pocket all the traditional institutions like the Oba of Ijebu. He was given second highest honor in the land when he was celebrating birthday. Capture traditional institutions, make Abiru.
Oh, all I really wanted to listen to what you had to say. Honestly, I needed you to land so I can really make sense of what you're trying to tell me. But it's okay. You can actually call back. You still have some time so that we can get your message. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
John from Oga.
Thank you.
Let me talk about what Peter Obi said. I don't see any use that we around the statement that very small can make, that we arrive to say that Obi has crossed the line. Assuming we are the one from this side of the radio now that makes sense an expression towards the government, I think they will come to your station and tell you to push us out. Am I lying? Hello?
I'm with you. Go ahead, sir.
Because that is even more life-threatening than what to do. I didn't say anything that is life-threatening now. Like I've been saying, and I'm directing this speech to our president, if you are criticized, sir, please, if you decide to have a kind of a retrospect, assess all your performances, whether it is real or whether there are areas where you have performed creditably well or where you have failed. Appoint investigators, put people to the street. Now, people that will tell the truth, that is just a way to improve the performance. It is not about hatred. No. For these people to be saying this, now please caution them, sir. Caution them. Nigeria is a country that we want development and we want to have the good life to live. So these people are criticizing you have an introspect, inspect your performances, and improve upon the opinions and where there are lapses. Please. Improve on it. That is what will be meant. It's not about hatred or animosity. If these people are not saying all this, I think it's a way to incite against a bit. And about the military, I think what about those people in the front line that are facing the bullets? What are they doing for them? What is the president doing for them? They too should be considered. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for your insight. Hello. Morning to you.
Hello, Madam Message.
Yes, good morning, sir.
How are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
Can you get me clear?
Yes, I can.
Like yesterday when you can't get me clear.
I can hear you.
I don't want my phone, no, don't work. You see, Babalula, are you hearing me?
I'm with you, sir. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, my dear. To be Atiku, Kakaso, they have every right to criticize the ruling party. Every day, yes, it should be so. That's why it's supposed to be as opposition party. If they criticize you, they can praise you. We have been watching political parties since the 1970s. You know what happened between the PJ, UPN, and MPN? Flash goes, that was what they normally do. Where UPN accused the MPN, Ajilisuku, and Baba Otope. The other one will reply to Uba and the Fᴜᴜ. And that's how it's supposed to be. What is going on now? If a Labour Party and PDP accuse the ruling party, the ruling party have right to reply. I don't want a peaceful reply. This reply. Accusation should be this with this language. That's what we are expecting. This is present government. We want you to perform. We do talk on radio. We do criticize. We do praise. We do advise when necessary, and that's how it's supposed to be. That's a time. The opposition will say it's supposed to do this like this like that, this like this. But some opposition will say you are a failure, Yeah, that's their duty. Let them continue. But we want the present government to perform. Parliament, our president, I don't promise you 8 years. I fought for 4 years. You must do the need be. You fight for electricity. Expected Peter, you say it won't happen. Who wrote? You must give it to me. Give it to Nigeria. Sage, can I stop?
Yes, you may.
I'm going to be your order.
Thank
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Let me read messages. We have Adeyemi Kamoru. Good morning. I'm from Banana Island, Lagos. Oh, Adeyemi, I'm so sorry. Adeyemi Kamoru from Banana Island, Lagos. Peter will be talking about death threats. When obedience were threatening the life of Shoyinka, Sam Omoche, and a host of others, they were insulting and abusing them. Now Obi are acting the victim, or obedience are acting the victim. Okay, we have another one here. Hold on a second. Sage is asking for whether Moka's statement or comment to Obi is really a threat. Even a primary school student know a threat when someone asks that they have crossed the red line and what you see. You must get without seeking any credibility from anyone. Okay, thank you very much, Professor. We appreciate you for your astute observation. We have another one here. Good morning, Sage. It's very unfortunate and shameful that some people will support what is generally seen as evil, dictatorship and arrogance, and high-level impunity when it comes to national discourse. Mr. Peter Obi has never made any statement of inciting or caused disharmony in Nigeria. Why should Mr. Fᴜʟᴏ of the APC make such an irresponsible threat to Mr. Obi and he's allowed to move around? When has it become a crime for opposition party to constructively criticize the government in power? Nigerians are so hungry and frustrated at the moment. Fᴜʟᴏ should be compelled to retract his threat to Obi and Nigerians in general without further delay. Noah from Igondo sent that message. We have another one here. APC administration can afford to give retired army generals $20,000 in medical aid while others get sick. Nigerians are on national television soliciting for fund for medical treatment abroad. What a country. Elder Agbata from Alimosho. We have another one here. Okay, also from Elder Agbata, who says about Fᴜʟᴏ telling Obi that he has crossed the line. That is a joke that is taken too far. Who is he trying to impress? The APC that played while the opposition, the ruling APC played while in opposition through live. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. Please, if you can rephrase that comment, I'll be more than happy to read it. We have good morning. I'm Sam from Magodo. Politics is all about criticism from the opposition, especially when things are not going well. But here in Nigeria, it's all about autocracy, which is very bad. For the retirement benefit of the officers, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. If they can do that to senior officers, then they should also do that to junior cadet, because they are the ones that are mainly at the war front. We have another one here. Good morning, beautiful people of Mainland FM. Let me quickly express my disappointment about the disposition of the APC, that happens to be the ruling party in the country, towards the opposition views in the democratic setting. It's unfortunate that the party has chosen to be the attack dog of the president, and the president, on the other hand, seems to be enjoying it and even being silent about it. Any attack on Obi is an attack on Nigerians. The APC-led government should stop chasing shadows and begin to face the government and its challenges. Instead of threatening Peter Obi for speaking true to power, they should always be ready to provide answers to all the questions that are raised by the opposition and not resort to cheap threats. Nigerians will not take it anymore. Enough is enough. Victor Aloy from Ikeja. We have another message here. Sage, can you not see that it's the threat? For Christ's sake, for the love of God, my job is to ask the questions. What interpretations are there to that particular statement? Can it be considered a threat? Are there other interpretations that might not be considered a threat? My job is to provide all the angles. And if one angle from the APC says that Fᴜʟᴏ's statement is not a threat, whereas the obedience and even Mr. Peter Obi claims that these utterances from Fᴜʟᴏ is a threat, my job is to present both sides and allow the analyst to do his job by using his own opinions and the information he has available to him, decide what it would be, and then we give you an opportunity to analyze as well. So I do not really understand where all of this is coming from. I'm not Fᴜʟᴏ and I don't work for the APC, so you can relax and focus on what we're talking about here. Moving forward, from Funsho, we have compliment of the season. Father Christmas, who now spends dollars and approve foreign medical trips and also bulletproof SUVs. Now we can see the direction of the government. Medical care in Nigeria is not their priority. Security is not their priority. So also the strength of our local currency is not a priority. Same government, they are now asking us to keep praying till eternity. All right, thank you very much for your message, for sure. There we have Good Morning Mainland FM. Why are they attacking Obi on his words? And please, that man that said what is Obi saying, he should apologize to Nigeria. Going abroad for medical checkup is wrong. It's your man from Abule Egba. All right, thank you very much. Stevie Kelu says, good morning Mainland Radio. I think Mr. Moka, the spokesperson of the APC, is the one that is actually crossing the line here. President Tinubu, as a president, may not be in tandem with what his aides and media representatives are dishing out to Nigerians. What Peter Obi has said is everyday experience of Nigerians. Nothing new. Instead of providing the dividend of democracy that they promised to Nigerians, they are busy busy chasing shadows. A threat to Peter Obi is a threat to the entire people of Nigeria, period. Stevie Kelly from Maryland there with a message. If you're just joining, this is Mainland Focus, and we're talking two primary issues here. The back and forth, especially, or one that emanated from Peter Obi's New Year address, where he highlighted the many issues that bedevil the Nigerian people and the Nigerian country as well. And the response that we got from the camp of the ruling party, Felix Nwaka, for example, who specifically used the statement or uttered the statement, Peter Obi is crossing the line and he gets what he gets. Now, there's been a lot of analysis about the interpretation of this statement, with many considering it a threat and the APC considering it something of an utterance that should not be in any way attributed to a threat of any kind. What do you think about this utterance? What do you think about the interpretation rather, and all the backlash that has trailed this back and forth between Mr. Peter Obi, Felix Nwaka, and also all the stakeholders, all the relevant stakeholders, and even you, the Nigerian people? We're also talking about the benefits that have been signed by the president that would be given to top generals within our security architecture, $20,000 in medical aid that can be spent here in Nigeria or abroad. People are saying, well, it's too much. Others are saying it's not too much. They deserve at this particular payment, but what they should be more concerned about is making sure everybody gets something. Some have highlighted retirees who do not enjoy these benefits even after also sacrificing their time working for the government. These are the two stories that are up for conversation. You can call 0913-6000-410. You can leave a text message or a WhatsApp message to 0913-6000-430. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Sage Babalola. When you call me, I would like to know your name as well, and also where you're calling from and the stories that you'd like to talk about. And back to the phones now. Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Sage.
Yes.
Good morning to you and the crew.
And to you too, sir.
Talking about the comment of people, he has not said anything out of place. Even speaking the truth to power is necessary in a true democracy. Although we are not having true democracy here, we are having civil rule. Because we are in democracy, you are allowed everybody to have a say. You don't go about powering anybody into taking people's thought or speech. No, that is what they are trying to do. Intolerance is what is going on. And when the people wanted to get to power, you see Lai Mohammed and all the rest of them. Something that no, it should stop that. It should allow democracy to thrive. That is what will help Nigeria. Then we know that all these things will have an end one day. Coming to the issue of general, I'm a ex-military officer. It is not a great deal because most of the generals have their children in the service now, thinking that something cannot happen. If God wants it to happen, it will happen. Nigeria will move forward. It is a great gift that we don't expect. I will be talking about going to hospital. Even go to any of one of the three political zones of general hospital and federal hospitals and see the state of things. When Obasanjo was the president, he went to National Hospital in Abuja, took his bed when he needed get to rest. GCH used to be the best hospital in Africa and most of other nations of the country. And people are coming from Egypt everywhere to come and treat themselves. You have seen the medical treatment. We hear what is happening to our hospital now that we are having democracy and no maintenance of facilities. In fact, we have infrastructural deficit all over the place. No road to the hospital. The hospitals are not working, and you are now giving some people the movers among to go and treat themselves abroad. It's just diversionary. It's just diversionary. They just want to hear something that they have done, which is not commensurate with the yearning and aspiration of common Nigerians. All Nigerians, let me say, not only common Nigerians. If you stop this, let them maintain let them repair and fix our infrastructure. Do hospitals. Do they have any primary or secondary school to visit? Visit them and see the state of things there. You know what is happening. They cannot continue to feed us with the news that we don't want to hear.
Thank you very much, sir, for calling. We appreciate you. Let's take another phone call. Hello. Morning. Are you here? Okay, I'll take another one. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
This is Yᴏᴜᴜ.
Welcome.
On the issue, I just my take is very short. He has the right to think. He has the right to contribute to whatever challenges you are facing in Nigeria. But then, my aim is the government should not make this guy popular. They should not reply him like this. They are making him popular. Of course, if he gives his opinion on maybe national issue, take it, just say, "Oh, thank you for even trying to respond." At least just commitment, like that. But all this kind of bomb they are throwing up and down, he's gonna be popular. Even if we've been happy before that even it's more talked about in Nigeria than him, as a presidential candidate. But then my beg is that, because I'm a party person, I will on this issue I will opine like a party person. You should not make him popular. 2027 is very close. Thank you.
Okay. You barely addressed the conversation around the statement of Felix Mwaka, but that's okay. Hello.
Hello, Mabala. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Hello, Mr. Bar.
Welcome.
First of all, on the issue of service chief. Well, you see, what the president did, I think it's a kind of emulation with what is happening in the politics. If you see the retirement benefits of this politician, is it the deputy governor, is it the governor, is it the national? So I think it's trying to make a kind of cross carpeting, spread it to the service chief. But by and large, there should be equity. You see, the service chiefs, what about the junior staff who are facing the war? That is where I'm talking about the equity. Now, on the issue of going abroad, I mean, I for one, I think enough is enough for people Nigeria goes about. How many of the service chiefs from abroad they come into Nigeria for medical treatment? None. You understand? We need to be, the should be stop issue of $20,000 for going abroad. On the issue of Obi, Obi does not have moral rights. He's challenging, he's instructing the president. He doesn't have.
Let me just contribute shortly. Somebody here has they want to make Obi popular. Obi is already popular. For somebody to pay over 6 million votes, I think after they have deducted the votes, it's amounted to 6 million votes. It's very popular. It's not easy. Listen to me. You know what they are trying to do? They are trying to marry the military to their government. This is what to be criticized. Okay, tell me any governor that is poor that cannot afford medical treatment to abroad. Are you with me?
Okay.
See, when you are not doing good, you will be afraid. He's trying to marry the military to his government in case of anything eventuality. We are not saying you should not take care of the military. If you want to take care of the military, take care of every high rank of the military to the lowest, because they are the ones facing the biggest. Are you clear? And you know the people that can challenge him. That is why he's trying to do this. If you are general in the military, they are just equal to a governor. You can take care of yourself. I know what I'm talking about because I have people here. Are you clear? And for you to now give him extra amount, that kind of extra amount to talk to general again, we know what it will take. Let me tell you, what is the essence of democracy without freedom of speech? The essence of democracy without freedom of talk. Are you kidding? Nobody is saying that it's right. What do we say is wrong? Let's take it from that perspective. What do you say? Is it up to contest? Are we in Nigeria not facing the truth?
Thank you.
If Mr. President want to give military this thing, I myself, I'm included. Let him give me. I need this kind of treatment.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you for your insight. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Coach.
Yes, good morning.
I greet you, it's Professor Koboko.
Welcome.
It will be out in popular since 2003. And the PTB is a bona fide citizen of Nigeria. Have right to talk and have right to criticize, and we will continue to criticize. So the smokers should be told that the same government is asking us to talk. That are thinking that we are into autocracy, narcissism, fascism. They should remember what happened from January 2012 when they broke our daughter.
I mean, this should be decorated in gold. Sent to Obu to rest because of the pressure advice is 11 key advice that will transform Nigeria for export. That to stop cheap class blackmailing and propaganda. Are you hearing me? Is it because of saying P2P? Why did Fᴏᴜ and APC sit like a mainland FM that are saying it of what P2P told Tinubu? Now they are threatening him. In conclusion, P2P is popular. Nothing happened to P2P. If something happened to P2P, problem with it.
Thank you very much for calling. We appreciate you. Hello. The volume on your radio, please turn it down. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Steve.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Jᴏɪᴜ from Mᴏᴏ.
All right, welcome.
My advice.
Oh, call back, please. Hello. Yes, good morning.
Yes, I called earlier to the left west of Samuel from K2.
Okay.
You have to come back.
Yes. Oh, I remember you. Go ahead.
Yes, like I was saying, what today has been saying is the summary of what Nigerians have been saying that the basic in land. Anytime Obi talks, he always provides solution, contrary to the impression being created by one of the callers. Or Obi always provides solution. If you want, what I come to realize in this country is that if you want to capture a state, protect a lot of institutions, like traditional religious institutions, like what is happening to the military and armed forces now, that they are being spoiled with, and then your crony strategically position them and then spoil them with money. There's this thing in Yoruba that when we are eating, we don't talk, or and you talk about the police or that is what's happening. I want to encourage Nigerians to pay more attention and focus on Obi. It's nothing evil must not happen to him. We all witness what happened to Fᴜᴜ Williams in Lagos here, how he was spoke out of circulation and nothing happened. So that threat is of the highest order. What they have said to Obi. You see, all this propaganda, all this confusion they have gathered together as post-sector. I'm afraid that they will not set Nigeria on fire. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Let's go to Facebook and read the messages that we've gotten so far. John Bernard, he says, good morning, Sage. On the benefits of the top military officers. It's a good idea, but I would like to also affect the younger officers because it is not easy to put your life on the line to defend your country. On the other way around, it is not good for our local health sector. For the issue of Peter Obi and the APC, Felix Moka needs to step down for drawing a red line for opposition in democracy. Thank you very much. Benjamin Issa says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. The APC should focus on good governance that they promise Nigerians and leave Peter Obi and other critics out of their bad policies, the ones that have plugged Nigerians into hunger and untold hardship, which is visible to even the blind and loud to the deaf. As per the military service chief's benefit after retirement, to me, it should be across board. The retired teachers, the doctors and others should also be compensated well, since all of them worked for the good of the country and not just the military that sacrificed their lives for Nigerians. Benjamin from Shogunle, thank you very much. We do have Frederick Moka here who says, good morning, Sage and Professor Fuad. Like a truth, Mr. Moka really crossed the line with his own response. He's the one threatening, not Obi, cause can you use that statement to create hazard towards the person of Peter Obi? Yes. On the major generals and others, it seems I missed my vocation in life. 30 million naira annual for treatment. On the 30th of December 2024, I had to treat my wife for typhoid and malaria, and 46k was spent only on drips. To now get 30 million naira. God will help us. Oh, by the way, Mr. Felix Moka is no relation, distant or near. Trust me, we did not think you guys were related at all, but I can understand why you had to put that there. Thank you very much, Frederick Moka. We have Prince Leo Ozama who says, Sage and Fuad, good morning. I had expected the DSS to have invited Felix Moka of the APC to explain what he means by Peter Obi is crossing the line so that we should not fall into the same mistake. But that is not going to happen. The truth is that the APC has nothing more to offer Nigerians, yet they resort to threatening opposition voices, and they should know that at some point, if they don't change, Nigerians will definitely resist them vehemently. For the retiring officers, it shows that this government is enjoying infusing inequality such that some animals are more equal than the others. Imagine now we're discouraging the use of dollars. The government is encouraging it. This is so disheartening. Dear Ozoma from Isolo. Francis Ekpeyong says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. On Felix Morka's threat on Peter Obi, Mᴜɪṛᴜ did it during 2023 general election and nothing happened. Yes, Wike threatened to put fire in the PDP governed state and nothing happened. Now it's Felix Morka. Trust me, nothing will happen because it is the way the APC government chooses to silence opposition and also dissenting voices in supposed democracy. On the military medical allowance, it goes to show that there is no end to medical tourism for Nigerian politicians. This is not far from the decision of the Bola Tinubu administration not to probe the military, and every right-thinking Nigerians know the reason for his decision. Thank you very much. On Michael says, hello mainland FM. In my own view, the New Year's speech made by Peter Obi, which has generated a lot of controversy with some members of the ruling party issuing threats and warnings, is uncalled for. If truly we all want to build a great nation, it is necessary for the president to call his party members to order and make them realize that we're practicing democracy, and so constructive criticism, which is freedom of speech, should be encouraged and tolerated. The ruling party should stop attacking the messenger doesn't have, because they are the one almost redundant, trusted enough, and they should remember the message we sent to the outside world. Who is or who will be reading this news? What of the ground soldiers or those that retire in low rank? What will be made available to them? What is their own benefit? Also, now my mom will be regretting not allowing me to join NDA in the 90s with all of these beautiful benefits. All right, I'll read one more message and I'll come back. Good morning, mainland FM. I'm Muluashion from Festac. Felix Morka did what Mᴜɪṛᴜ did during the election. Don't take any threat from the APC camp lightly. Political cycles have no tribal boundaries, whether they're fear, and he's posing it for you. Easily start to much. It's mainland focus on mainland 98.3 FM. Sage Babalola is my name. We're taking submissions. We're talking top 4 are entitled to be entitled.
We thank God because write it down. Salary now.
Oh, okay.
And then inciting Nigeria. Mohammed silence. We are taking care of this together. That's just the truth. When belongs to all of us, and we are all in this market together. We're trying to see how this country can be surveyed. And then some people are coming to tell us that Peter Obi has no right to talk. Excuse me. What is the meaning of that? Didn't they talk when they were in the opposition? Please, we should begin to think of.
Thank you so very much, sir. I appreciate you. Let's take about 2 more phone calls and then we just finish things off with messages. I really want to take many submissions today. Hello.
If I look at the bush, that might come.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Teaching from the bush, because they were afraid of what the military government will do to them at that time. And today, they are #1 praise singers in the world.
Thank you so very much for calling. I'm sorry, we have to be very time conscious. I cannot take any more phone calls at this time, so please allow me to just read messages with the 3 minutes that we have left. I'm reading from WhatsApp now. This message here says, as for Peter Obi's allegation, I remember that he also made similar allegations after the election in 2023. Anything close to a threat in his comment. How does that reply amount to a threat to his life and that of his family? If at all anyone was after his life, would they come on TV to say so? Obi should go and learn how to play opposition without stirring unnecessary sentiment. When APC was in opposition, there were issues. They were focusing without laying unreasonable allegations against the ruling PDP government. Remember that it was even Obasanjo that claimed that GJ was grooming a killer squad against him, and Baba came down under lots of criticism for that when it was found out to be false allegations. I would advise Peter Obi to stop playing negative opposition and be more mature. FM from Ogun State there sent a message via WhatsApp. We have another one here. Hello mainland FM, happy new year. I salute you gallantly. How's your morale for the morning? We need more good programs at mainland FM like this one. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Moving forward, good morning mainland FM. I'm Elder Agbata from Alimosho. About Felix Morka telling Obi that he has crossed the line, that is taking a joke too far. I think he's trying to impress the APC. The role the APC played while in opposition through Lai Mohammed is still very fresh in our minds. All right, thank you. Oh, you corrected that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good morning. On the benefits for retired Nigerian army officers, they really deserve it because they're risking their lives to keep us safe in the country. You're not telling me your name so I can at least actual major problems. The tribal partisanship, the religious offensive comments on social media, especially from the Labour Party supporters. Their leaders agreed and they are Tᴏɪᴜnᴜ Sage, rather the 2 individuals involved was in his own person. So APC will be calling for his arrest immediately for allegedly threatening the APC. Sage, has anybody in opposition party gotten to the height in terms of propaganda or response that people like Lai Mohammed got to? People are too quick to forget pre-2015. James Ogbonna from Oshodi. All right, thank you very much. I cannot take any more messages as well. We're out of time, but thank you so very much for your contribution. This conversation will most certainly continue. I believe Political Roundtable on Sunday would still raise this issue. Midweek Politics as well tomorrow, Wednesday, would also raise this issue. This is a conversation that will continue. Interpretation of statements that are being made. At what point can the statement by an opposition member be considered a threat? At what point can it be considered crossing the line, if that is even a terminology that we should be encouraging, especially we claiming that we're running a democracy? Can people speak to issues without their statement being considered insulting to those at the helm of affairs? This answer would definitely be provided across all the shows that would be airing today, and also Political Roundtable as well as Midweek Politics. So stay tuned. Situation Room as well is another opportunity to talk about these matters. Thank you so very much. My name is Sage Babalola. I appreciate you. We're due for another break, and right after that break, we would have Cordelia Okwe here. The recap, that's the program that you listen to. All of the many events that have played out since the course of the week. You have an opportunity to converse with also leading experts in whatever sector they're choosing to discuss today on the recap. Don't go anywhere. We're at the Sound of Lagos